Hey there, welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, and today I want to do something a little different. Let's unpack what goes on in our minds and hearts when we watch a meaningful video, and what makes us ask ourselves, how did I like this video? So, let's get personal. You're scrolling through your feed, maybe a friend sends you a video link, a discussion about choosing a life partner perhaps. You hit play, expecting it to be yet another lecture on beauty versus character. But something about this one feels different. The narrator sounds like a real friend, inviting you to think instead of judge. Suddenly, you catch yourself genuinely paying attention. That first minute or two, they're crucial. I found it's the tone that decides whether I stick around. If the speaker sounds authentic, like they're having a conversation instead of reading a script, I find myself leaning in. When they pose real questions, if you had 4 options for a life partner, which would you choose? It pulls me right into my own memories and dreams. What's interesting is how powerful relatable scenarios are. They talk you through those 4 choices. Stunning looks with average manners, average looks with a golden heart, someone who seems to have it all, and, well, someone who doesn't quite shine in either department. As you listen, your mind starts reflecting. Was there someone in my life that matched these descriptions? Did I ever choose style over substance, or the other way around? Stories and examples start bubbling up from your own experiences. The real magic is in the shift that happens next. At first, like most people, maybe you sided with looks. After all, it's natural. But as the conversation unfolds, you start noticing how the discussion builds empathy for people who quietly carry the story. The kind ones you almost overlooked. Suddenly, what was just a philosophical debate gets grounded in reality. Life's challenges, habits that annoy or comfort. The surprising peace you find in simple gestures. And what stands out, honestly, is how a good video or podcast doesn't just tell you what to think. It shows you how perspectives can change over time. Maybe the speaker shares a personal story about someone whose gentle attitude turned out to be their true beauty. You realize, yes, we all grow past that first impression phase. I especially appreciate when a video wraps big ideas in small examples. Everyday stuff, like a parent reminding you, don't just look at the surface, think about patience, respect, how someone actually treats you. It's almost like you hear your own elders' voices in those lines, and that brings the conversation home. What really makes a video memorable is when it leads to self-reflection. You start questioning your criteria, not with guilt, but with honesty. You catch yourself rethinking those old lists in your head, realizing that peace, kindness, and shared effort are what build a life together, far beyond surface traits. There's also that little emotional pinch when the speaker says, work on yourself too. You might smile or feel challenged, maybe both. You remember times you could have been kinder, or ways you want to level up your own character before judging anyone else's. That kind of gentle self-awareness is the sign of a video that really resonated. By the time the last words play, wishing you well, reminding you to value what's lasting, you're probably nodding along. You might even feel a quiet boost of hope, like you've been understood and encouraged all at once. Maybe you share it with someone you love, or just keep the thoughts swirling in your own head for a while. So how did I like that video? Honestly, it felt like a compassionate nudge to reconsider what makes life rich and relationships strong. It asked real questions, shared honest answers, and left space for me to find my own meaning along the way. And for me, that's what great content is all about. A chance to press pause, check in with myself, and walk away just a little bit wiser, a little bit lighter. Thanks for spending these minutes reflecting with me. Sometimes the most meaningful part of any video is the conversation it sparks in our own hearts.